Good evening, everyone. We welcome you inside Southside High School and an all-important game in the SAC here tonight as the Bishop Luers Knights making the short drive up Calhoun, taking on the Southside Archers in a key SAC matchup that quite simply will have implications moving forward in this 2025-26 seasons. We'll tell you about that in just a second. But in the meantime, tonight's game on Summit City Sports is brought to you with the following, including the Big Eyed Fish Bar and Grill. You can enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment. Only at the Big Eyed Fish by Tom Steele Tire. 2 locations best to serve you off North Clinton and West Jefferson. Visit them online at tomsteeltire.com. By Ottmuller Contracting, from bed to build, Ottmuller Contracting has it covered. Visit them online at ottmullercontracting.com. By Summit Volleyball, training and building the highest quality volleyball players from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. By Jolly Law Firm, the area's premier criminal defense firm. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the best defense. Visit them online at jollylawfirm.com. By Siaka Cleaning and Restoration. Quality work, responsive service, and a commitment to people. That's what they're all about. Janitorial, water damage, and restoration. Visit them online at siakas.com. Online degree programs from the University of St. Francis designed for your flexibility and your convenience, as some programs can be completed in as little as 12 months. Visit them online at online.sf.edu today. By TJW Industrial, the leaders in refrigeration and mechanical and design-build mechanical. Visit them online at tjwindustrial.com. By the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with the district councils and affiliated local unions that help build Indiana, we are LIUNA. You can earn your edge this season thanks to Parkview Sports Medicine and their EDGE training program designed to maximize your athleticism. Visit online at parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge today to get your free evaluation. By Always 100 Academy drills and skills, pre-K through 12th grade, and listen up, you can develop your dribbling, shooting, passing, and defense, and a whole lot more. Punch cards available by 10, get 2 free over at PSM Fieldhouse Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 5:30 to 6 p.m. It's just $10. That's all it takes to drop in at the Always 100 Academy drills and skills. And, of course, brought to you by the fine folks at Summit City Sports. Be sure to follow us on X, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And with that, we say good evening to you, Joe Northern, Cole Whelan. Delighted to have you with us. And Cole, you know, again, we talk about what's at stake, so let's talk about it, what's at stake right now at the moment. For Southside, they're trying to do something they haven't done in 19 years, and that's win the Summit Athletic Conference outright. If they win tonight, that puts them at 7-1, and the worst that they can claim is a share of the SAC, because that'll set up for a fun game Friday night against the Wayne Generals, again on Friday night. But if Wayne were to lose tonight, they know they have at least have a share. But if the Generals win tonight and Southside were to lose this game, then the Generals would be in the driver's seat to take the SAC. But then also Snyder, too, if things really got wacky, now trying to be a 3-way tie at the top. What the heck's going on to the SAC right now, good sir?
Dude, it's so fun to see this great basketball being played along the SAC. Really just the Southside Archers. I'm looking for a big game out of Javon Irby tonight. He's been fantastic all season long. Really exciting to see what's going to play out here in the next week of SAC basketball.
Absolutely. Again, it could be a lot of scoreboard watching coming up over the next 2 weeks. And by the way, we have all SAC games for you tonight on the air. One of the few nights that we do get to bring you all 5 on the air as it stands here tonight. Obviously, the one game that I know a bunch of folks in Archer Country are watching tonight is Wayne and Homestead. That's at the home of the Generals, just a little bit southeast of us tonight. But if Homestead were to win, the Archers would know they would at least have a share of the SAC title, something they haven't had in 19 seasons. And they've done that, again, thanks to Terrence Jordan with 13 points, but also Javon Irby with 12. And JT Timberlake Johnson, again, just doing a great job. I mean, I look at myself in a mirror, and these guys have been looking at themselves in the mirror and have found a way to come from, even, keep in mind, 3 seasons ago, 9th place in the SAC, going from nearly worst to first. So I think, again, really, what's the edge of keeping the Southside team in focus and in check coming into this home stretch here in 2026?
Dude, I'm looking at these 3 guys that you just listed out. We got Terrence Jordan, Javon Irby, and JT Timberlake Johnson. Now, when I was here a few months ago watching the Southside Archers, those guys were electric to watch. So much fun on the other end of the ball. Luers looking to play spoiler tonight, as we've said. could be very interesting for the rest of the SAC if the Bishop Luers Knights pull off the upset tonight.
And the Knights certainly have some great arsenals in their cabinet ready to go as well. Carmani Davis leading the way, 15.3 points. Just an absolute dynamite player on the board for Bishop Luers, and led by Coach Seth Coffin and company. Again, 15.3 for him. Isle Taylor also with 12.7. TJ English, the junior, at 9.6. When you really look at the comparisons, it's a very, very senior-heavy matchup, and it has to kind of make you think, will this moment ever happen again? And for Bishop Luers, they know that they've been at the mountaintop not too long ago. They know they've done a good job of at least continuing a stretch of success. What do they need to do to really try to cause some chaos? Again, keep in mind, a 3-loss team in the SAC is not going to win you the conference. But what you can do is shake things up. What do we expect tonight from Luers to possibly shake things up here tonight?
I'm looking for Carmani Davis to have a huge game and to really eliminate the Southside Archers, their top 3 scorers. They really need to step up on defense if they're looking to play a big upset in this game.
And we take a look again at players that to keep an eye on defense here this evening against Steeles. No surprise, Terrence Jordan leading the way with 54 on the season for the Archers. For the Knights against Steeles, not something we see too much often, as again, Zin Savasky only coming in with 35, but again, a sophomore player. So again, you look at the team of now versus the team of the future, and you have to think it really feels like it's against all odds here tonight. It doesn't feel like a 1 versus 6 game. We're starting to see some more people kind of file in here at Don Reichart Gymnasium, and you have to think, though, too, is that there's a little bit of extra tension in the room than you would expect. And I know you've been around SAC basketball, you've been around Northeast Indiana basketball. Really, when it comes to this time of year, whenever, yes, you're looking forward ahead to the first week of March, these last 2 weeks in February still have to be just as important.
Absolutely, and you got to think, we're getting to crunch time. This is when you want to be playing your best basketball. And like we said earlier before the broadcast, it's a bit of a rivalry we got here. These two is only separated by a couple of miles just down the road from each other. So you can feel that tension as the rivalry is starting to build here.
As the Southside fans starting to stand up here tonight, as again they are on our backside as they are getting ready to get the fight song fired up here. And again, an all-important game tonight. A win, and at least you've got a share of something you haven't had in nearly 20 years, a conference championship. A loss, you're going to have to do a little bit of scoreboard watching for the next couple of weeks, because keep in mind, Southside only has 1 SAC game left to go this season, and that's against the Wayne Generals coming up on Friday. Bishop Luers, they still have 3 more SAC opponents on top of that. The team that Wayne is facing off against tonight, Homestead, they still have a few more SAC opponents that come on top of it. Snyder only with one more to go against Concordia Lutheran. So again, assuming that things shake out the way that we potentially think they could, Bishop Luers, if they want to really shake things up tonight, they would love to steal a win over the Archers here.
No doubt, and I am so excited to see some history made tonight. Granted, if the Southside Archers are able to pull this one out, I'm excited to watch some SAC basketball. How about you?
I am too, sir. Let's strap in. National Anthem starting lineups coming up in just a moment, and a fun night here in store here at Southside. We'll be back. You are watching Indiana High School basketball, and a very important night brewing here in the SAC. As you can see, the Archers now getting ready to run out of the court in their home whites, trying to do something they haven't done in at least 19 seasons, we should say. A win tonight will at least get them a share of the SAC. Can they find a way to get the job done? We'll find out. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com. Back with more in a moment.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4000.
Starting lineups being introduced here at the home of the Archers in an all-important SAC matchup. Let's go ahead and start with the home team, Southside. Looks like this: number 2, Josh Sandoval; number 4, Javon Irby; number 10, Jarius Timberlake Johnson; number 11, Terrence Jordan; and number 33, Corday Wallace. Meanwhile, for Bishop Luers, the lineup looks a little bit like this: number 3, Carmani Davis; number 5, Zin Zavarowski; number 15, Isle Taylor; number 11 on the board, and TJ English; at number 23 in Jaden Moore. And your coaches tonight: Seth Coffing leading the way for Bishop Luers. Southside led by J.J. Foster, and you hear the sound, "They Not Like Us," blaring over the sound speaker, and clearly right now in the SAC, there has been no one like Southside right now, and a chance to do something they haven't done in 19 years, get a share of the SAC title all of their own. And a great crowd again. Well, we were during the break. It felt like a flood of people started filling up here, Cole.
Absolutely. There is an ESPN table brought by the students in the corner of my eye that just looks electric over there. I'm excited for this one.
Again, a battle of schools that are less than 5 minutes away from each other off Calhoun on a good day in traffic, we should say. As the Knights will start this one off first. As it gets up in the hands now with the hands of Taylor. Taylor can't get it to go. Blocked away immediately from TJ. And now another big block on the opposite side. Deflected out of play. Going to stay in Southside territory. Again, you have to think defense and the blocks are going to be the big thing tonight between these two teams. Scoring potentially at a premium here.
You got to think it's going to be a low-scoring game after the first 2 possessions you've seen here.
Quick triple on the way from the hands of Sandoval. Won't get it to go. And the Knights again resetting it, going right to left to right on your screen. They're in the black uniforms, red letters, white trim. Southside in the home whites, green numbers, green trim across the board. Long triple on the way. Rims out off the hands of Davis. And Southside wasting no time. Less than a minute in. Jumper on the way. Who else but the running back on the board?
Javon Irby, we talked about him pregame. We think he's going to have a huge one tonight, and he's got to if they want to take down these Bishop Luers Knights.
He's the second leading scorer on average for this team, but another triple on the way from who else but the leading scorer in Davis. Here's another push again now from Southside. Back in the hands of Irby. Nice cut again up the middle. Can't get it off the board. And a jumper off the hands of Jordan. The Knights wasting no time. A long lobbed opportunity, but a great save up the middle from the hands of Jaden Moore.
Good heads-up play, just finding the ball where it was needed to be after the wild shot. Ended up being all right for the Bishop Luers Knights.
5-3 advantage of the Knights. Just a minute 40 gone by here in quarter number 1. This one long triple on the way. Gonna rim off the back iron. But a chance to reset inside the paint. Got to quickly get it out, and they do. They go again for the triple. No, another chance. This one they spit it out. They really love that 3 ball. Will not happen yet again. And that could be a playing point here tonight as the Knights have done a great job attacking the glass.
Javon Irby was everywhere on that one. A big 3 falls for the Knights there.
As Jaden Moore gets it on the board, and Bishop Luers up top 8-3 with 5:45 remaining here in quarter number 1. Now another chance again for Wallace. Wallace looks to connect on the inside. Foul going to stay on the floor as some contact was going to be drawn on Zafareski. Zafareski is going to pick up his first, team foul number 1. And already Bishop Luers on top 8-3 here in the first frame. Bounce pass along the way. Easy up and in as Jarius Timberlake Johnson able to answer it on the board. 8-6 advantage of the Knights. But Southside quickly trying to bring it back in their direction. Here's a chance again for English. Long triple, can't get it to go. This one deflected off the top. And Southside looking back to reset again. Here's Irby. Irby on the right side. Right side from our angle, left side of the arc. Eventually settling up top now to Sandoval. Sandoval over to Irby. Irby again in control. Looks now to connect over with Wallace. Wallace spits it out. Looks back to Irby. Irby with a one-hander up and in.
Irby has been everywhere these last few possessions. On the glass, down in the lane.
Foul will be called on Southside. We'll look to see officially who that's going to be ticketed against. And it looks like it's going to be against number 10 in Jarius Timberlake Johnson. So the Archers are going to pick up their first, and we'll see Bishop Luers head to the line for the first time tonight. TJ English coming to the free throw line here so far tonight. But will not find a way to break the deadlock at 8 apiece with 4:48 remaining here in quarter number 1.
And this is what we wanted to see coming out of the gate from both of these teams. It's a hard-fought, fast-paced game. Both these teams love to shoot the 3 ball clearly. I'm excited to see how the rest of this one plays out.
English getting a quick free throw on the board. He's a 64% three-point shooter, or free throw shooter on the season as it stands. 3 points not near the top of the table. But again, this is a Bishop Luers team that likes to play the paint. Southside likes to play it no matter where they can find it. As they reset again to Irby. 4:26 remaining here in the opening frame. 9-8 advantage of the Knights here in this all-important Calhoun Street clash. Go to the right side. Spin up and a traveling violation as Timberlake Johnson had his left foot just kind of lean a little more towards forward. And so a nice break for Bishop Luers to move back on the opposite side, 9-8 with 4:13 remaining in the first.
Knights looking, Southside looking to bring a little pressure as they got a half-court press going on. Draws the offensive foul, or was it a travel? I couldn't quite tell.
That was a traveling violation going to go against Bishop Luers, as again, he had the 1 foot over in time, so not going to count for them. And a reset for Southside. So again, you get the early points on the board, but again, you have to think that it's not going to be an easy matchup tonight. Every point's going to be fought for. And those tips are going to be all important to have a guy back forward. And Southside very well positioned to try to force those deflections out of play. As you can see, number 5, Zin Zavariski, was trying to look for that pick to get the easy layup and in. But in the meantime, Southside was able to deflect it off another Luers defender. So still remains 9-8 with 3:49 remaining here in the first. Nice cut on the inside, whistle and a foul. And this one is going to go against Charlie McBride. Or Zavariski, I beg your pardon. So he's going to pick up his second foul of the night. And team foul number 2 with 3:47 remaining. But again, only 3 fouls combined for both of these teams in the first 5 minutes. We'll look to see if contact will play a factor later on as this shot's off the mark. Bishop Luers going back left to right. Here's another whistle. And it looks like Timberlake got some contact in on the inside, and he did.
Timberlake hoping for contact as he had a strong take on his end, wasn't able to finish it, ended up committing the contact on the other side.
Actually, I beg your pardon, it's going to be Cordy Wallace who actually went in for kind of the arm bar a little bit too. So it looked like, again, kind of a judgment call in between, but Wallace also getting the arm bar on the inside. The whistle that I would have went with because, again, not too much contact we saw from Wallace. This one now deflected, still kept in time by the Knights. And another push again going to come against Terrence Jordan.
A lot of contact, physical game. This is going to be all night between both of these teams.
And again, in case you're just joining us, 3:32 remaining here in the first, 9-8 advantage of the Knights. As again, Bishop Luers trying to play spoiler to a Southside team ranked number 22 in the latest Max Preps top 25. Also top of the table of the SAC. A win tonight will get them at least some more, will get them a share of the SAC. But a win by Luers, and the Archers will have to wait another day and hope that potentially Wayne could stub their toe if they don't knock off the Generals. But a nice move in on the inside.
Big take there. A lot of in and out play by Southside. Able to find the cup inside, Wallace, just like Luers does here.
And a nice cut up and in time once more for Bishop Luers. Has it. So they're going to give it to number 23, Jaden Moore, but it looks like we've got number 11, Terrence Jordan, slow to get up. As Jordan's slow to get up, we will step aside. 11-10 advantage of Bishop Luers. Back. We'll wait to see if we're going to be back in a moment. Yep, he's slow to get up. We'll step aside. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on Summit City Sports.
Game day, the moment athletes live for. The intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays.
Well, you can see number 11, Terrence Jordan, walking off on his own right, but again, needing some help from the trainers and some of the coaching staff moving forward, so you gotta hope he's gonna be okay. But nonetheless, a big blow right now for the Archers as they trail by 1. But again, this Archer team has been known to bounce back in resilient situations. We'll look to see what they can do here, and obviously you gotta hope for the best for the young man moving forward. Here's a push now coming in from south side. They get this back over to Irby. Irby again connects forward, finds Wallace. Wallace can't get it off the top. Rebound back in the hands of the Knights. This one still kept inside. A little connection up in the middle, but eventually found up and in time.
Good defense there by the Archers. I didn't think they did anything wrong. Ball just squirted out right to a Knight. Was there for the easy lay.
Alexander able to connect up and in to make it 13-10. Advantage of Bishop Luers. And a bounce pass off the foot. And the Knights able to take over.
Just a little miscommunication there. Thought he was going to continue the cut. He wanted to stay there, box him up. Those things happen, but the miscues are going to be huge for the Archers tonight.
And again, not having one of the senior leaders at the moment in Jordan certainly could be a storyline to watch as the evening progresses. Long triple on the way off the hands of Davis. Can't get it to go. Rebound back in the hands of Southside. Quick jumper on the way and one!
Huge take there. Beautiful lay. Gotta love to see it.
As Alexander able to draw the contact, let's take a look at this one more time, powered by our friends at Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. But a great connection again from Jarius Timberlake Johnson to get it quickly on the board. And now with the Archers, an opportunity to try to even it up at 13 apiece with 1:57 remaining. It goes off the iron, back of the hands of Crow. This one deflected away. I love the hustle I saw from Kendrick Alexander, too, trying to get in on the inside. But, again, could not get it to go. Still going to be Luers' ball.
This hustle from this Archers team that I've already seen in this first quarter has been fantastic. The problem, though, is it's a long ball game. Can they keep this pace up for 4 quarters?
It's all about the momentum. All about the momentum. Again, you see the deflection off the hands of Davis. Davis trying to continue to keep a hand on it. Eventually, they get this out and away. Off the hands of Cooper Chapin. This one jumped off the arc, rebounded back in the hands of Southside. Here's Vincent Wynn. Wynn looking to try to connect on the right side. Now able to reset again once more. Connection up the top for Alexander. Long triple on the way. Can't get it to go. As Wallace was looking to try to get it under the bucket, but could not get it. And now Luers again trying to dominate the paint. That one's going to be blocked away from Timberlake Johnson, but deflected out. And actually bounced off Bishop Luers, so I love the defense we saw on that too, Cole. Good eye on that.
Yeah, I was just going to credit the Southside defense again. They have just been, like we said, electric in this first quarter.
13-12 advantage of Bishop Luers. And the Archers trying to find a way back. It's been really kind of a close chess match here tonight. This one going to be off the left side, off the hands of Wynn. The Knights now looking to reset again once more. Here's Crow. Able to spit this one out top. Finds English. English looks again inside the paint. Lays it up and in. A great cut inside coming in from Wynn on the board. Or English on the board. And a 3-point advantage of Bishop Luers. 35 seconds remaining. Bounce pass again on the inside. Double team pressure, but a travel going to be called. My goodness.
Interesting call there. All the people in the building, or I should say the Southside fans in the building, did not think that was going to be a foul call. We had 2 Luers Knights around him.
But it looks like Javens did a great move of at least trying to force the pressure up front and really see that right foot. I would say if you're up front and you're the lower official, those are the things you're going to look for each time. And that was certainly found there. 15-12 advantage of Bishop Luers. And again, a matchup that is going to have SAC implications here tonight. This one nearly kissed off the glass, not going to get it to go. Rebound back in the hands of Irby. Irby trying to move forward, crossing the timeline, able to spit this one up. Try to connect to the inside. Can't get it to go. Off the hands of Wynn. And now Luers looking to try to go up 2 possessions. They can't, but now they might with 1.2. And a foul going to be picked up against Southside.
Man, this ball has been all over the court. It's like I'm watching soccer out here.
So the connection again on the inside goes over to Crow. But got it while the arm was up for Crow, but won't be able to get it again. Bishop Luers, not one of the dominant free throw shooting teams we've seen this season. They have some strong performers when it comes to shooting, but free throws, again, one of the tougher ones. And again, with this atmosphere, one of the more intimate gyms in the SAC, you have to think could play an impact. This one up and in time still makes it a 2-possession game and rims off the iron, and that's how the first quarter will come to a close. So again, the Archers looking for a chance, looking for an opportunity as we take a look again at the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Nonetheless, it's Bishop Luers right now. Alexander continuing to lead the charge as we go to the end of the first quarter, and at the end of the first, it's Bishop Luers up 16-12. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Second quarter just getting underway, and the Archers trying to not to waste any time. Upside goes over to Wallace. Wallace 2-on-1, trying to force the pressure. Jump ball, and it's going to go back to Bishop Luers. So again, the double team pressure has made the difference tonight for the night so far.
And they need to keep it up. Like we said, the momentum, as you mentioned, is going to play a huge factor in this one.
So not only the momentum, but again, the double team pressure that is continuing to make some noise here tonight between these two teams. So we'll look to see how that is going to continue here in the matchup. That's eventually going to be deflected away. Gets over to Sandoval. Sandoval going to be lobbed down a play and back on the board. 7:40 remaining. Joe Northern, Cole Whelan, delighted to have you with us again. A game that is going to play implications in the SAC. If Southside wins tonight, they're at least going to have a share of it. If Luers wins tonight, that opens up the door for the Generals. They were up at 5 at the end of the first quarter. That game also live right now on Summit City Sports. Nice takeaway up front. This one, a nice easy up and in for Josh Sandoval.
Sitting back there cherry picking. You know, other teams hate that, but hey, that's how you get easy 2 points.
Again, that's really what we've seen in the first couple of minutes of each quarter. They've done a great job of at least trying to get those pickaways. Look at it again. Here's Sandoval trying to slow it down, and he does. I like how he kind of went back and tried to reset his offense. But now Southside going perimeter. Here's Wallace. Looks to reset again once more to Timberlake Johnson. And now resetting again to Irby up top. Just a minute gone by, a minute 9 gone by here in quarter number 2. 16-14 advantage of the Knights. Archers looking for their first lead since the early stages of the first. Irby couldn't get it to go and was looking to try to snap that. Here's another quick push now coming from the hands of Davis. Davis now looking to reset, and they go again to TJ English to take it up top and bring it back. English again, now connecting over to Moore. Moore again on the return. Moore looks back, finding Crow. Crow again on the outside, spits back, gets over to Moore. Triple, banks it in.
Huge play there for Luers to extend the lead to 5 points here in the second quarter.
It's the largest lead of the night for the Knights. at 5 points, 19-14 here in quarter number 2. With 6:04 remaining, Southside again having to do it on defense, but they've got to get some points on the board and drawing contact, which again, up front, you could see Nate Evans was trying to set that screen for him. So Davis returning back in for Luers. Only 3 points on the board for him tonight. With 5:59 remaining here in the second frame. And nearly picked away by Davis in the meantime. But in traffic, no problem once more for number 3 in Kendrick Alexander.
Alexander went up against 3 Knights there, was able to float it over them. Beautiful ball movement there, beautiful play.
So a great move again for Alexander on the inside. This one going to be taken away. Back in the hands of Davis. Davis lobbed up. And another whistle going to be called, going to be deflected. And they'll say last touch by Southside. So deflection going to go against the Archers with 5:38 remaining here in quarter number 2. Again, an all-important night of the SAC. We'll get you caught up on the other games as time permits. But it has certainly been a night to remember. Irby trying to make it one for him to remember. Falls short off the back iron. Gets it back now on the left side. Connects over to Crow. Crow long to Davis for 3. Can't get it. But drawing the contact off the hands of Timberlake Johnson again once more. And we'll see number 15, Isle Taylor, return back to the line. So again, each team with a foul apiece. We're not seeing as many fouls early on. Of course, we said that in quarter number 1, but then that eventually picking up over time.
Again, it's going to be a physical game, as we can see. Refs letting them play a little bit, which I respect.
Again, it's really, when you look at it from a contact perspective, it's going to be one of those where you have to set the standard early and know the physical energy is going to be, it's going to be important early on.
It's a rivalry game. It's got to be.
Well, of course. Why wouldn't it be? No shots for Taylor. Still a 3-possession game and an opportunity for the Archers. Able to go left side. It's a long triple, but can't get it to go. Pinball's eventually in the hands of the Wallace. Now finding Irby up the middle. Can't get it. Looking for contact. Couldn't get it. And going to be deflected out of play.
Stifling defense there from the Knights. Losing the ball. Was able to stay on it. No points for the Archers.
So Irby again looking to try to get it on the board, but could not get it to go. Now another contact opportunity. Instead, they want it all. And they can't get it. Again, the three-point line. We don't have official statistics as it stands right now. Only 2 3-pointers made for the Archers here tonight.
Look at that move.
But the paint has been the key tonight for Bishop Luers and continuing to be tonight for number 11 in TJ English. Leading second on the board tonight. He's got 7. Here's another connection up and in time. It's time for Jarius Timberlake Johnson. So back to a 3-point game, 21-18, in advantage of the Knights. They get this one again off to the right side, spits it out, connects back over to English. Long triple on the way from the hands of Davis, can't get it to go. Deflected, they'll say it's last touch by Bishop Luers. So again, Southside will reset, 4:18 remaining, and what a matchup this is turning out to be. But now Southside again looking to go right to left on your screen, and not one leading scorer over another. The highest leading scorer tonight is 5, and 2 of them with 5 on the board as it stands, as that's going to go off the knee of Alexander. But again, 5-point scorers tonight leading the way for Southside. It's Javon Irby, no surprise, and number 10, and also no surprise, Jarius Timberlake Johnson. But Terrence Johnson, he went down midway through the first and 1 on the board for Irby.
Irby fighting through the contact, was able to square himself up with the basket. Tough 2 points there.
So we take a look at that again one more time, powered by our friends at Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. You can see Irby able to get the nice kiss off the glass and on the board. Make it 21-20 halfway through frame number 2, and a chance to even it up at 21. And it is indeed 21 and fun here at Don Reiser Gym. Archers now quickly taking it back the other way. Chance again moving forward over to English. English can't get this one forward. Taken away by Irby. Irby again on the return. Nice chance up front. Alexander banks it home and one. Kendrick Alexander finds a way to do the dirty work and gets an opportunity to go up by 3. As English picks up the foul, we take a look at that again one more time, powered by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. But English again Alexander again getting the quick point on the board. And the lead up for the Archers for the first time since the early stages of quarter number 1. Shot is good. Southside now on a 6-0 run, 24-21 with 3:42 remaining. And the stifling defense again. Buckle up! I think we should show that again one more time. Timberlake Johnson gets it. He does get the delay of game go against him, but nonetheless, it's the spark of energy this Archer team needed, and with good reason. 26-21 with 3:30 remaining.
I've been so stunned to speak. I've just been enjoying this game of basketball we've been watching.
A nice cut up into the inside for Taylor to answer it right back to make it 26-23 with 3:17 remaining. Me too, Cole. When you have a clincher on the line, you got to think everything's on the line. 3:08 left to go. Another chance again on the outside. Here's Alexander. Alexander spits back to Irby. Irby again. Timberlake Johnson. Timberlake Johnson now. Bounce pass again. Gets over. Connects back over to Wynn. Wynn again on the front. Looks to connect over to Sandoval. Sandoval able to spit this one down. There's a long 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound back in the hands of Irby. Irby looks to try to slide it up. Can't get it. Do they go for the third offensive board? Irby getting it in there. They don't get the timeout in time, but the possession arrow moving forward for Coach J.J. Foster and company.
Irby has been all over the boards tonight. He has been scrappy. I can see how he's a big, good running back.
We've seen him break a few records this season, and again, seeing him, nearly 5 months ago, the near 300 yards, over 300 yards he had at Wayne. Again, just an athlete that you do not want to mess with, and great things in the future for number 4, that's for sure. Here's a connection again for Bishop Luers. This one going to be drawn on the inside, but an armbar going to be called against Wynn. And an opportunity for the Knights to cut it down to 1 as Jaden Moore ready to bring it up to try to bring it down to a 1-point game. But you can hear the Boo Birds on the board trying to at least slow it down for Bishop Luers. His first shot's up and in time. Well, don't forget, coming up on Friday night, we have more SAC action and NE8 action for you here on Summit City Sports. Of course, headline game we'll have for you. It'll be these Archers taking on the Wayne Generals. Coverage begins at 7:15 p.m. It'll be Tim Atkinson, Keith Edmonds on the call for you. Other games we'll have for you on the network that night. That will include, as they rule a lane violation against Bishop Luers. We'll also have Northside taking on Bishop Twinger. Snyder taking on this Bishop Luers team. Homestead at Concordia and SAC play. And East Noble taking on New Haven. As the second shot's up and in time. Still a 1-point game. 2:17 remaining here in the second. Nice connection again up the middle. Can't get it to go. Here's now another opportunity for the Knights. 2:09 remaining here in quarter number 2. Now another chance picked off in the hands of Safareski. Safareski, easy connection in time for Keon Crow. And the Knights return to the lead and have held the lead for, from our calculations as it stands, 13 minutes. Roughly 13 minutes so far here in this matchup. The Archers only holding with 1, but an opportunity to return it back.
Irby, again, driving in the lane, being physical, getting to the rim. That's what you want to see if you're the Southside Archers.
Well, the Knights already with 4 fouls on the board. Southside still down to 2, but again, who else but Javon Irby? A junior, 5'11 junior who has been nothing but sensational for Coach J.J. Foster and company, as this one rims out, however. So again, tonight, no matter on which side of the board, free throws have not been kind to either team as it stands. But again, the quick free throws you can make are the free throws that you take. This one good to go. Even at 27 with 1:47 remaining here in the second. Right side arc opportunity. Connects back over to Zafareski. Zafareski looks inside the paint. Spits it out over to Crow. Crow looks again. Long triple on the way. It's Davis. Davis can't get it. Rebound back in the hands of Alexander. Here comes Alexander. Spits it across. Long triple on the way. Sandoval can't get it. Nice uppercut up front. Looks for another chance. Off the foot. Foul is off the no foul. Jump ball. Going to go back to Bishop Luers. So again, double contact it looked like. But again, no one really reaching in on each other, just trying to grab the rock as they can.
Like you said earlier, with the double teaming that Bishop Luers has been doing, it's been really difficult for the Southside Archers inside.
27 all with 1:16 remaining here in the opening half. And it has certainly been a knockout blow for Flo. This one going to be off the mark. Javen's going to be called, but a nice connection in, up and in time. So a push going to be called off the hands of Sandoval. Actually, Alexander's going to get credit for it, I beg your pardon. So Alexander going to get credit. That'll be team foul number 3. That'll be his first. 1:07 remaining, or as the kids say, well, you know. But we're even at 27. As again, the free throw line has not been kind tonight. You can see the student section filling up a little bit in section K here tonight. As they've got the mothership desk ready to go. And he doesn't make the second. Again, something to note for Javins. Has not been efficient from the free throw line tonight. Hasn't made anything from the free throw line tonight. With 1 minute remaining here in quarter number 2. Bounce pass again, looks forward. Finds Timberlake Johnson. Now spit pass to Irby. A legal screen and a block call going to be called against the Knights. So exactly what Bishop Luers is exactly what Southside was looking for, I beg your pardon, with 51.1 remaining. So the illegal block going to be called, all important. That does put Southside in the bonus for the remaining 51.1 remaining, and all important free throws right now for Alexander as he makes the first. Actually, I beg your pardon, this number 2, and Sandoval getting the first. So the Archers again return back to the advantage, 28-27 with 51.1 remaining. Joe Northern alongside Cole Whelan. This one going to be picked up now for the hands of Bishop Luers. Second one does not go clearly. Here's a chance now coming up forward for Javins. Javins, nice connection up and in time off the hands of Keon Crow.
I love the fake shot, firing it down low, looking like LeBron out there.
Crow able to get this one on the board. But now Southside looking for another opportunity. They get this back over to Norman. Norman on the right side. Norman lobs it up and in. A nice cut up front for Elijah Norman. His first points of the night. And a traveling violation will be called against Bishop Luers. So all of a sudden, again, it feels like the momentum is just swinging on a pendulum here tonight. As the momentum swings towards the Archers for 1 point, it swings for Bishop Luers on another. And with good reason, too, 30-29 here in half number 2. Or in quarter number 2, certainly not half number 2. Alexander looking for a good shot. 8 left to go here in the second. Gets it out. 3 to shoot. Triple. Won't get it to go. Tied up the middle. Not going to matter. It goes in, but won't count for Irby. And that is how we go to the intermission. Well, If you can't say this lived up to the hype, then clearly you don't like basketball that much, because we've got a great one in store here, continuing here at the home of the Archers. It's 30-29 in advantage of Southside over Bishop Luers. Tonight's game on Summit City Sports is brought to you by the following, including the Big Eyed Fish Bar and Grill. You can enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment only at the Big Eyed Fish. By Tom Steele Tire. 2 locations best to serve you off West Jefferson and North Clinton. Tom Steele Tire servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. Let's go back and get those ads up again. It's clearly our computer, it's had a lot of fun too, and just trying to enjoy this game. We're trying to enjoy this game. You know what? Let's step aside. We'll tell you about the advertisers in a moment. You're watching Indiana High School basketball.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Things we wish we could say on air.
Tonight's game on Summit City Sports is brought to you by the Big Eyed Fish Bar and Grill. You can enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment only at the Big Eyed Fish by Tom Steele Tire. 2 locations best to serve you off North Clinton and West Jefferson. Visit TomSteeleTire.com. By Ottenwiller Contracting. From bid to build, Ottenwiller Contracting has you covered. Visit them online, OttenwillerContracting.com. By Summit Volleyball, training and building the highest quality volleyball players from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. By Jolly Law Firm, the area's premier criminal defense firm. If they're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the best defense. Visit them online at jollylawfirm.com. The choice of attorney should not be based solely upon advertisements. By Siaka Cleaning and Restoration. Quality work, responsive service, and a commitment to people. That's what they're all about at Siaka Cleaning and Restoration. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis designed for your flexibility and convenience. As some programs can be completed in as little as 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu today. By TJW Industrial. Visit them online at tjwindustrial.com. They're the leaders in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with affiliated district councils and local unions that help build Indiana. We are LIUNA. You can earn your edge this season thanks to Parkview Sports Medicine and their Edge training program. Visit them online at parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge. By Academy Drills and Skills and Always 100. Ages pre-K through 12th grade. Develop your dribbling, shooting, passing, defense, and more. There's punch cards available. Buy 10, get 2 free. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights from 5:30 to 6 p.m. over at the PSM Fieldhouse. And, of course, brought to you by the fine folks at Summit City Sports. Be sure to follow us on X at Summit City Sports, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's a lot of things we wish we could say, but we can tell you is that it is one of those games that we are just having a lot of fun bringing to you here tonight, and rightfully so. Let's get you caught up on some of the other action going on across the 260. And again, really the story of tonight has been a lot of scoreboard watching. As they are in the third quarter, the Generals trying to take care of business, keep their SAC championships hopes alive. They lead over Homestead 37-24. That's the big game everybody's watching here tonight in the SAC outside of this one. Over at Northrop, the Bruins trying to get their first league win of the season. They lead 46-32, and that one they are in the third quarter. A non-con matchup, but a great matchup going on right now at the home of the Braves. It's Snyder leading over Blackhawk Christian, but only by 2, though. 51-49. Tim Atkinson on the call right now for that one. Be sure to join us for that one as the night progresses. And another game going on right now. Carroll taking on Northside again. The Chargers, if Bishop Luers going to win, the Chargers still have a chance of really trying to creep in to the upper half of the table at By-Hay Arena. They lead over Northside 31-16. They're at the end of quarter number. They're at halftime, we should say, 30-29. Halftime here. We'll be back in the second half coming up in just a moment. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cup Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game is so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory.
We go to the third here at Southside High School, and a fun one in store tonight between the Knights and the Archers. Again, what's on the line for Southside? A win tonight will get them at least a share of the SAC. A loss, then they'll have to try to take care of business against Wayne on Friday to at least secure potentially a three-way tie at the top. Unless Wayne were to stub their toe, again, the tiebreaker at the top would be with Snyder and with Southside. If both teams finish at 7-2, Southside would actually have that advantage due to the tiebreaker from interestingly enough, the first game of the SAC season, where Southside won in overtime 71-65. That's if they two finish at the top. But again, still 2 weeks left to go, still a lot of league play left to go. But for the Archers, the last one they have is against Luers, or is against Southside, or is against Wayne, I beg your pardon. We're trying to get our teams figured out here, but a quick jumper on the way for Bishop Luers gets it back on the board to make it 31-30. Joe Northern, Cole Whelan, delighted to have you with us. And again, it's been a back-and-forth effort here tonight. No team has held a larger lead than 6 points here in this one. And a chance upcoming for Irby trying to slow it down. You got to think teams trying to play the long game here. Not a lot of contact initially, but certainly could change as the night progresses. Long jumper from Irby. This one rims off the iron, rebounded back on the hands of Bishop Luers. Luers now in control. Able to get this one off the iron. Nice cut again from TJ English on the board.
Good find there for the Knights. They're moving the ball well here to start the second half.
And English not wasting too much time. He's got 9 on the board for Bishop Luers. And a connection again for Alexander. Alexander taking his time, slowing it down. Cross court over to Sandoval. What a jumper for 3 for Sandoval!
Man, he looked like he got hit there too. Was trying to draw the contact for the 4-point play. Regardless, beautiful shot.
Love that. Let's take a look at that again one more time. Powered by our friends in Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. As you can see, Sandoval with a nice little step back, and you can kind of see he was trying to draw the contact against Davis, but could not get it to go. And the lead now, well, was not existent, but existed again once more. It's another quick cutter up again on the board for the Knights, 35-33. Here's Irby again on the right side. Irby, open, bang!
Beautiful shake and bake there from Irby. Set up the nice 2-point jumper.
Irby now with 11 on the board, leading the way for the Archers. But another quick connection again in time for Bishop Luers. As English able to connect in time, and the lead back to 2. 37-35, 5:26 remaining. Bounce pass again up the middle, can't get it to go. Rebound back in the hands of Taylor. Taylor stuck in triple team. Eventually deflected away, but going to stay in Luers territory. Going to bring it into Luers territory, I beg your pardon. But again, Southside really wasting no time going man-to-man on the pressure. And you have to think that might be a halftime adjustment they're looking for moving forward. Here's a chance again now for the Knights. This one brought up, contact going to be drawn. And the first foul on the board going to go against Southside. As it's going to go against Wallace, so he picks up his third. So already in foul trouble here tonight Make it 33-3, 5:08 remaining. And first shot up and in time for Bishop Luers. Well, don't forget, coming up later this week on Summit City Sports, more basketball for you. Tomorrow night it'll be Bishop Dwenger taking on East Noble in a non-con matchup. And then we go 5 ways for boys basketball. North side at Bishop Dwengers, Snyder at Bishop Luers, South side and Wayne. That'll be a fun one for you. Homestead at Concordia. And then East Noble at New Haven in any 8 play. That'll be Friday night right here on Summit City Sports. Here's a quick jumper on the way from Irby. That one's going to rim off the board. And a rebound back in the hands of the Knights. But it deflected out of play by the Knights. And a foot from Zefareski. Can't get it to go.
Just a little bit of a miscommunication there. Thought he was going to trail back a little bit because the Archer defense just ended up with some sloppy ball thrown out of bounds.
Here's a triple on the way. This one will not go into the hands of Alexander. Able to connect this one down to English. English again up top. 4:30 remaining here in the third quarter. 38-35. Another connection, 2-on-1. This one up and in. And the big fella, Ale Taylor, the forward, the 6'4" forward, making it a 5-point game with 4:12 remaining here in quarter number 3. And again, it looks like Southside trying to play a little bit patient here. Still the clock on your side for sure. But you don't want to rely too much on the perimeter as the paint has been so good tonight for the Knights.
Right
But Javon Irby wants to prove us otherwise. He has 13 tonight. 3:45 remaining here in the third. And a traveling violation will be called. It's still down to a 1-possession game, 40-37. The Knights with the advantage, but certainly is getting a little more interesting as this one progresses. We'll get you caught up on the other games as the night goes on, but we think you have a really good one stirring up right here in the 2-6-0. And another one stirring up for Kendrick Alexander on the board. And even at 40 with 3:21 remaining, layup gonna fall short. Archers chasing, Wallace can't get it, deflected, saved in time. Irby can't get it to go, picked up by Timberlake Alexander. Nice cut up and in by Wallace.
That no-look pass to get it down low. Beautiful heads-up play there.
Wallace able to get it back in time. 42-40, 2:56 remaining here in quarter number 3. They go again back top of the arc. Connects back over to Davis. Davis jumper, banks it home. And a timeout called by Bishop Luers. Interestingly enough, that's the first timeout called of this game with 2:48 remaining here in the third. So you have to think this one clearly far from over because of not only the timeouts in the pockets, but also not a lot of fouling we've seen here in this third quarter so far, Cole.
I know. Again, good defense. The hustle is there from both teams. I mean, I'm just enjoying recording this game, man. It is so fun to watch.
Let's take a look at some of the other scores going on across the region while we have time. It is getting a little bit closer at the home of the Generals right now, as at last glance it is Wayne 46, Homestead 43. They are in the fourth quarter, so again, if Wayne were to lose, Southside would at least clinch a share of the SAC. Of course, if the Archers win tonight, they'll still clinch a share of the SAC title. They're looking to win it straight up outright, which they won't be able to do tonight, but a possibility to do that on Friday against Wayne. So again, we'll keep you updated on that score going on at the home of the Generals as the night progresses. With 2:34 remaining, even at 42 here in the third. This one spit up back top. Connects back over to Alexander. Alexander again looks up in the paint. Looks up, jumper, can't get it to go. Rebound again, up in time and one! J.T. Johnson on the board. As Jarius Timberlake Johnson gets it in time. So we take a look at that again, powered by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Able to get the smooch off the glass. and up on the board, and the Archers back up by a full possession, 45-42. Vincent Wynn coming in now with 2:22 remaining here in the third. 45-42 in what has certainly felt like a knockout match here tonight. And a fun one here tonight too, mind you. Connection, left side, got it to go. Keon Crow on the board. Crow gets it in a 1-point game with a 1:56 remaining here in the third. Connection back over to Irby. Irby, the one-hander, can't get it but draws the foul. And again, if any time to draw the foul, you get the contact, you get that arm in there, exactly what you're looking for if you're number 4 in Javon Irby.
I think Southside, at least in this half that I've seen, has been able to get into the paint so much better, which has gotten them to the stripe and gotten them easy 2-point lays.
Well, again, great halftime adjustments moving forward from Coach J.J. Foster and company as he makes the first, I should say, to make it 46-44 with a $1:51 remaining. Again, getting a little close, we should say, over at Buy High Gymnasium. Second shot up and in for Irby, and a timeout called by Southside. Let's see if it's a full or a 30. Waiting for the signal. Will be a 30, so we'll keep it here. So in that case, let's go ahead and get you caught up on some of the other games going on across the SAC. Well, they are at the end of the third at Buy High, 39-31, an advantage of Carroll. They're going to the fourth quarter, so a fun one brewing over there. Over at the home of the Generals. It's 50-46. Homestead with the advantage in the fourth quarter. And so Homestead now on a late comeback in the fourth. And so the Archers now with an opportunity to even know that they have a share if things don't even go their way tonight. And this one, we'll still wait to see what happens. Snyder and Blackhawk Christian, that one nearly over, 67-42. Tim Atkinson on the call for that one. But they're in the fourth quarter in that one. Concordia Northrop, that one is a final. We'd like to welcome those of you who were just watching that game to our game as the Bruins get their first SAC win of the 2025-2026 season. We've got a fun one here in store, and the highest lead we've seen tonight, 6 points by Bishop Luers. It's only been 3 points on the board for Southside as this one deflected out of play. $47-44 here in quarter number 3 with 1:16 remaining. Here's Javon Irby. Now able to connect to Alexander. Alexander taking his time. With a minute remaining now here in the third. This one bobbled out of the hands of Wallace. Luers trying to go fast break forward, but too fast. And a traveling violation will be called.
Just some miscues from the Luers Knights on these last 2 possessions. Struggling to get the ball into the paint, and then when they do, Southside forcing turnovers there. It's been huge for them.
So Luers going too fast, too quickly. 47-44. 50 seconds remaining here in the third. They spit this one out back over to Irby. Irby again up top. Irby again in control. They go back to Alexander. You have to think this is going to be a very patient Southside team, looking to try to find the inside angle if they can. And they look for it, and Wallace pinballs, can't get it. But a nice rebound again from the hands of Wallace. And now picked away again by the Knights. A contact drawed for the Knights.
Man, what a possession there for the Knights on defense. Southside able to get it inside. It's what they wanted. Luers able to stand strong. Good defense.
Well, again, the cut up in the inside for the Knights. They've done a great job of at least forcing the pressure on the inside. Can they continue to keep that going We shall see. 23 seconds remaining here in the third. 47-44. And what has certainly been one of the more exciting matchups we've seen in quite some time. Here's a connection again. They get it over to Crow. Crow, 3 seconds. Jumper, bang, got it! Is Zafariski able to answer the call? And we go to the fourth, even at 47. Well, if you have plans tonight, at least spend some time with us for the next 30 minutes or so, if not even more. We go to the fourth, even at 47, here at the home of the Archers. Back in a moment.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSM, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Caught up in that street line. I was trying to shout harder than the street light. Ran the streets sometime.
47 all here as we go to quarter number 4. Joe Northern Co-Wheeland, delighted to have you with us. It has been one of those nights, as they say here, and one of the nights as the Knights trying to move forward and at least clinch a share of the SAC. If they win tonight, and if Wayne were to lose tonight, they would at least clinch a share, but possibly clinch it outright, keep in mind. Here's a pass from Irby, can't get it up and in, and 2 all-important free throws upcoming. So, let's get you caught up on what's going on right now. They have a timeout going on right now in quarter number 4. It's Homestead leading over Wayne 52-46. And the way that the standings are right now in the SAC, we'll actually wait when we have a timeout to at least try to break it down for you. As the shot from Irby is up and in. If there was a win on the board tonight for the Archers, it would move them to 7-1 in SAC play, would at least clinch them a share. Second shot up and good. And if Wayne were to lose tonight, it would drop them to a second conference loss. But of course, if Wayne were to beat Southside on Friday night, you could potentially look at a 3-way tie at the top of the table. So again, even if Southside were not to win this match tonight, the Archers would still have done something they haven't done since 2007, and that's win at least a share of the Summit Athletic Conference.
In the way they're playing tonight, I can see how they're at the top of this SAC standings. Both these teams going back and forth tonight. What a battle we've been having.
So it looked like again Sandoval and Alexander miscommunicating, but Irby trying to slow it down again. They get it back over to Alexander. Alexander again up top. Connects back over to Irby. Irby again on the connection. 6:38 remaining here in the fourth. Irby losing this one. Irby somehow finds a way to pick it up, and eventually picked up by Southside. They tried to get the timeout in time, and they do. Luers able to get the quick hand on it. So adjusting the timeouts, that is their second. With 3 left to go, with 6:29 remaining, it's Southside on top, 49-47. So the other game again that this team is keeping an eye on right now, we are watching it with you as we are watching in the timeouts. Jaron Matheny on the call for that one. It is Homestead 54, Wayne 48. As they're down with less than 2 minutes remaining in that one. We've got 6:28 remaining here in this all-important game tonight. Now again, if Bishop Luers were to find a way to win this, then all chaos breaks loose, obviously, at the top of the table. And a possibility that should things shake out, the Generals could maybe sneak to the top of the table, but a win tonight, Southside knows at least they could have a share of it. Just again, by how the standings have shaked out. And again, still plenty of time left to go. 49-47. And you can hear the crowd chant, D up, D up, D up. They can't get it. Nice jumper on the way. Can't get it to go off more, but contact will be drawn. And a foul will be picked up against Southside. It'll be against number 21 in Vincent Wynn. For those of you who were just watching Snyder and Blackhawk Christian, we'd like to welcome you as the Panthers got a very important win tonight over the Braves, 72-62 at Blackhawk Christian. So a fun one in store. But again, the Panthers getting an all-important win. Now watching this one with a little bit more significance as their hopes of an SAC title, or at least a chance to share it, still very much alive. As the Knights go 1 of 2. 49-48. Here's a connection again for Wallace. This one in and out from the hands of Timberlake Johnson. Now the Knights now looking back for another opportunity on the opposite side. They look back over, connection up the middle, able to get it up and in. And a big bucket on the board for Jaden Moore. 50-49, an advantage of the Knights, and they regain the lead. 5:24 remaining here in quarter number 4. They're able to spit this one across. Here's Sandoval. Sandoval, jumper, free throw line, can't get it to go. And now a little bit of a tangle up the middle. They're looking for the travel. Did they get it? It's a jump. Or actually, they rule the hand out, we should say. So still going to stay with the Archers, 50-49. Here's another connection again from Wallace moving forward.
Southside has really slowed the pace of the game, and it's affected Luers. They've really tried to work it inside, trying to get the right shot, and it's been working for them. Down
but
inside.
Another quick jumper inside from Keon Crow. 52-51 with 4:32 remaining. Full timeout called. And the Knights continuing to go back to back. Back in a moment.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
We'd like to welcome those of you who were just watching Wayne versus Homestead, and we have a final as the Spartans come back to win 60-50. And so for the first time since 2007, the Archers will have a share of the SAC. So it is now official. The Archers will finish at least, if they win tonight, will at least have a share in their back pocket. They do need to get the job done here to at least make it all but sure, we should say. as a win tonight would push them at 7-1, but that does push Wayne down to 6-2. Actually, we should say 5-3 in SAC play. So again, if the Archers win, it is all but theirs in the SAC for the most part. They just have to get the job done on Friday night. But a win tonight would certainly help them get there. Here's a takeaway now, reach in on the inside. And out of play. Joe Northern, Cole Whelan, delighted to have you with us. And again, it's just been one of those games that's been a back and forth effort all night long. But again, the Archers trying to slow it down and make the Knights play their game, and with good reason. Shot off the mark, they go back to Sandoval. Sandoval gets down to Irby. Irby again looks up. That is off the iron. Nice pickup again from Wallace. Looks to connect up front. Timberlake Johnson can't get it. Contact going to be drawn and on the board.
You can see the Knights getting frustrated with how slow the Archers are trying to play this game, causing fouls like that to happen.
And you can hear the Bishop Luers faithful not too thrilled about it in the interim too, of trying to slow down the pressure, but it has come back to haunt the Knights just a little bit. Now the question is, will it continue to be in direction? We'll find out. As the first shot doesn't go in time. Second shot doesn't go either. I got to go back to Bishop Luers. So again, we take a look at the standings in the SAC. Now they look like this. If Southside were to win, they go to 7-1. The worst they could do is drop a game to Wayne and potentially finish at 7-2. The Generals, the one game they have left is, I believe, against Concordia. Yep, against Concordia. So unless something were to happen, and we'll stay with you as a timeout will be called by the Archers. So as we take a look at the standings, in case you're just joining us, if the Archers were to win tonight, it would put them at 7-1 in the SAC, all but assuring them at least of a share of the title, at least giving them a share of the title. The Generals are now down at 5-2. That puts Snyder now in second place at 6-2. So even if Wayne were to win, so if Wayne were to win on Friday night against Southside, if the Archers don't win, we take a look at the schedule at least. Snyder would have the advantage to win the SAC at that point. But actually, no, it would be a tie at the top between Southside, Snyder, and Wayne. So the Archers effectively just need to find a way to finish the business here tonight to get on the board and win a conference championship if they can. They trail by 1. So again, with the Wayne loss tonight, that puts them now at 5-2, actually pushes Wayne out of contention because Homestead now all of a sudden creeping in there at 5-2 as well. And Carroll, should they hang on against Northside, puts them at 4-2 with 3 left to play. So again, anything but a sure thing, but a win tonight is going to give Southside at least a share of the SAC. So don't quote me on that, but if the win tonight for the Archers, it will give them a share of the SAC at least. As they would finish at no worse than 7-2, but they got to win this one here first. The Knights also still very much a contention at 3-2 to try to get in the top of the table. Tiebreakers not in their favor, but a chance to move up at the top of the table, certainly something to keep an eye on. With 3:12 remaining, and Crow forcing it over. 52-51. So again, both teams 2 fouls apiece. Corey Wallace, however, with 5 fouls, so he is done. But now all important free throws for number 4, Javon Irby. Again, keep in mind, the Archers have played without Terrence Jordan. So, again, a win tonight, at least getting them a share without Jordan, certainly something to keep an eye on. But if they don't have Jordan for Friday night in the future, could be something to keep an eye on for this Archers team. As it gets silent for Irby as he misses it. But again, free throws have not been the easiest thing to make here, Mr. Wheeler.
I know it. I mean, on both sides of the ball, coming down the stretch here, free throws are crucial.
.308 left to go, 52-51. Can't get it to go, and the Knights still with an advantage. They go to Crow. Crow now gets over to Davis. Davis again, looking to try to keep it in his direction. Connects back over to Zafarensky. Zafarensky now back inside to Davis. Looks over, Ned won't get it. It's on the floor. Foul is on the floor in the contact. So no bucket, but the foul will be picked up against Vincent Wynn of Southside. So Wynn is going to pick up the foul. Puts each team at 3 fouls apiece with 2:45 remaining. And again, you know what's at stake right now. Southside wins it. They're at least going to have a share of the league championship. But if they lose, that does open the door up for Snyder to get a share if Wayne were to beat him on Friday night. And if Southside were to beat Wayne and Snyder were to win, they would have the tiebreaker. But a 3-way tie would do it. Here's a quick 3 on the way from Zafarensky. A 4-point game advantage of the Knights. They want no celebrations with 2:34 remaining here in the fourth.
And the way this fourth quarter has been going, that's a huge bucket, as points are hard to come by here.
This one going to be deflected out of play and off Zafarensky. And so the Knights still very much with an advantage and still very much alive. 51-55. So now things certainly starting to look a little more topsy-turvy here at the home of the Archers. They spit this one out. Long triple on the way. Doesn't go. Picked up away now from the hands of Sandoval or Alexander. Sandoval. Bang! Timeout. Southside. Back in a moment.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
55-54. Actually, taking a look at the schedule, the one loss on the board would actually be against Homestead for Southside, as it's going to be deflected back to Bishop Luers. Bishop Luers with 2:10 remaining. So in that case, you potentially now have, I hate to say it, maybe a 4-way tie brewing here at the top of the table. 2:08 remaining. Here's the Knights. Connection again, 2-on-1 pressure. Able to spin it over to Zafarensky. Zafarensky can't get this one up. Got it to go. It's Carmani Davis yet again with less than 2 minutes to go. 57-54. Now here come the Archers. Connection back to Alexander. Alexander gets it across to Irby. Irby again, top of the table. Irby in control. Irby lobs it back to Sandoval. Sandoval finds Alexander. Alexander back to Irby. Irby, jumper, in and out! And a rebound chance up coming from TJ English.
you just know the roof would have blown off this place if he would have made that.
And a timeout called by Bishop Luers. So they'll call it 1:20 remaining. So, again, taking a look at the table right now in the league, and it's about to get weird, I can tell you that. Homestead and Wayne now tied at 5-2. Snyder at 6-2. So right now, if anybody's got the advantage, it's Snyder at the moment at 6-2 on the season. The Spartans, however, do have the win against Southside. So again, something to keep in mind. But the losses, however, coming against the Panthers. So again, the Panthers now looking on the inside track all of a sudden to get to the top of the table of the SAC. Should at least Bishop Luers win tonight. But again, keep in mind, the Knights still have 3 league games left to go. Carroll also with 3 league games left to go. As we take a look again at those tiebreakers, they haven't played against each other. So all of a sudden that Bishop Luers-Carroll game at the end of the season, should things get absolutely wacky, could mean a little bit more. Again, it could be a situation where it's a split title at the top because tiebreakers may not necessarily matter on the head-to-head.
Absolutely. And I'm getting confused just hearing what you're saying.
I'm calling both games. 1:20 remaining here in the fourth. 2-on-1 pressure, and they go back in for the timeout again once more. So the Knights down to 1 timeout remaining, 1:15 left to go. Well, we can at least try to help decipher or make the table a little more clear, and we will try to do that for you coming up on Friday night here on Summit City Sports. We have 4 games in the SAC for you. Northside takes on Bishop Dwenger. Snyder takes on Bishop Luers, and a game that all of a sudden has gotten a lot more important for both sides, especially if Bishop Luers were to come out and win this one tonight, because that gets them right back in the hunt in league play. Southside at Wayne. Again, for the Archers, if they were to win that one, they would at least get the share potentially on Friday night. So again, something to keep in mind, because they would potentially get the share on Friday night at 7-2, and then even if Snyder were to finish at 7-2, the head-to-head still goes to the Archers. So something to keep in mind for Friday night. Homestead and Concordia, that game got a little more important now too. If the Spartans still want to stay at least in contention at the top of the table and hope that the Panthers might stub their toe in one way or another. And which even at that, Bishop Luers did beat Homestead, by the way, 59-47 earlier in the season, as a foul will be called. So it's certainly about to get wacky for the rest of the way here in the SAC, as we'll get a foul called against the Archers. This time against number 21 in Vincent Wynn. We come up on 1 minute remaining here in regulation. 57-54, advantage of Bishop Luers. This one deflected away. Bounce pass again on the inside. Again, it feels like a little bit of a game of keep away going on right now.
No shot clock in Indiana high school basketball, so they just ate up at least 20 seconds there. They're still got that 3-point advantage. They are milking it.
They are. So again, Southside with really no choice but to foul, and Sandoval getting in there for the foul at this point. It's making now a 3-point affair, 41.3. Well, things are certainly, if this holds, are about to get a little interesting in league play, as at least it's going to be potential tiebreakers. The lane violation might be called. Well, they're actually looking to confirm if just some notes on the table to see if somebody's got the minimum foul, or at least corrected for the foul. As again, our Indiana high school officials work hard for you. as this one goes up and in time. Also, too, want to give a shout-out to our good friend Josh Ayen over at Channel 15 for giving at least a clarification. They do have, of course, the league does have head-to-head tiebreakers if two are at the top of the table. So, again, if Bishop Luers were to win tonight, we're not going to know what's going to happen the rest of the way moving forward as they make the second. But if it's a three-way tie, it will be split. But now the Archers have to come up with something late. And I mean late. Here's Alexander. Alexander gets it across. Connecting back over to Sandoval. Sandoval, 2-on-1 pressure. This one going to be picked away by Crow.
Good defense from the Knights there.
Crow trying to continue to keep on it. They're trying to play keep away. 15 seconds taken away by the Archers, but deflected away. And the Knights now certainly can feel it. And the Knights now all of a sudden nearly looking at the top of the table immediately. And all of a sudden, that game on Friday night against Snyder could be a lot more important. Foul going to be called against Josh Sandoval. And with 11.1 remaining, you have to think that, again, just another free throw left to go. This could potentially ice it for Bishop Luers in a game that has been back and forth all night long here tonight. And all of a sudden, Carroll now winning. That puts them at 4-2. Snyder again, only one SAC game left to go. If they take care of business, they could be in good shape. But again, now if Bishop Luers takes care of business and they beat Snyder on Friday night, could also get a little more interesting too. And again, potentially three-way ties at the top of the table, as this game will certainly have ramifications as both go on the board. And who else but Carmine Davis to get it up to, he has 11 on the night. Time running out as Irby looks at the triple. They don't draw the contact. This one brought up in time from Alexander. And they call a timeout with 0.9 remaining, as Alexander cannot get it in time. And so they will call the timeout. With 0.9 remaining, and the Knights now, all of a sudden, it feels like the pendulum has changed a little bit in league play. Southside so close to potentially at least clinching a share tonight, and still possibly could should other things fall, but you have to think this one it might sting for the Archers moving forward.
Well, no doubt. I mean, both of these teams, I don't care who you're a fan of. This is some great basketball we saw tonight. Fantastic game. Luers, though, looking very strong down the stretch here.
0.6 remaining. And the inbounds pass, that's going to do it. And Bishop Luers coming back and finding a way to upset Southside 61-56. And again, one of the more exciting games I think you'll see all season long, and a game that, dare I say, Cole, is going to provide postseason implications moving forward.
No doubt. As we saw, as you've been explaining to all of us out here, I'm still trying to wrap my head around.
I think a lot of us are.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us are.
Shaking it up. Chaos in the SAC coming down the stretch here.
So now it is, as we look at it, Carroll and Bishop Luers now at 4-2 apiece. Homestead is now at 5-2. Snyder at 6-2, one left to go. The Generals now at 5-2. Southside at 6-2. It's going to be a fun couple of weeks, wouldn't you agree?
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Partner, I appreciated this. Let's do this again sometime.
Absolutely.
Your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game tonight, TJ English, getting some jobs done early on up the middle as the Knights finish the job over Southside 61-56. We go 5 ways on Friday night, but before that, join us tomorrow night as Bishop Dwenger takes on East Noble, and the Memorial Cup playoffs for high school hockey as Homestead takes on the Fort Wayne Vipers and Carroll taking on Leo. Doubleheader beginning at 7 p.m. For Cole Wheel and Joe Northern saying so long from the home of the Archers, where Bishop Luers wins it 61-56 in a thriller here tonight. And just when you think it's over, it's not over if you're in the SAC. So long.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.